So, Nintendo is shutting down its eShop services on Wii U and 3DS, and this is bad. You know, this is bad, and I don't think I need to explain why, but it wouldn't be as bad if they actually gave us some other form of, like, a virtual console or whatever on the Switch. But the problem, the problem with this is they only have NES and then the SNES for like the Nintendo Switch subscription, and then they have like the Nintendo 64 for the Super Mega Ultra Nintendo Power Up subscription. It costs like twice as much as the regular one. I don't know why, but it does. But that's not what this is about. And not only that, not only is it locked behind, the subscriptions and everything, they give us only like a handful of games every like eon. They give us like 3 games every like 6 months, and then they're games that nobody's heard about, like Jelly Boy and Balloon Popper and whatever it was, that like one an NES like update or whatever, and they gave us like 3 games no one ever heard about, or even like, it's like, what is this? Because and that it's dumb. It makes no sense. They've been making a lot of weird anti-consumer moves these past couple of years, really, not just like since the Switch came out. They've been making like a lot of weird decisions that don't really make sense, like even like they removed all those music tracks from Sylvia Gunner for some reason. I wanted to believe that they were doing this because maybe they might be giving us a music player or something, because that's the only thing I can kind of piece together, because it doesn't make sense that you would remove her for no reason. But just the eShop thing, they did it with the Wii, and that makes sense. You have the Wii U still, so I thought, alright, they'll probably keep this up because this is the only way you can enjoy, their older titles without having to buy like the console and the game, or buying a console that has backwards compatibility and the game, and seeing if like the console that playing Golden Sun on the Game Boy, figuring out, make sure it works, and like making the game work and this and that, or emulation, which is a nightmare. It's very insanely difficult, and there's always people like, oh, there's videos you could watch for emulation. It's easy. You just gotta do the thing, doodle-da, and there's videos and blah blah blah, and it's harder than they make it sound like. I've tried this emulation before. I mean, granted, I was smaller back then, and I wasn't as wise as I am now, but all I remember from it really was it being difficult and it not working. So I'm not doing that again. And the websites that they recommend are very sketchy websites, because you're technically pirating the game and whatever. And I'm willing to pay money to play these old games. I don't know. I guess I'm not speaking for everyone, but I feel like that's the case for a lot of other people. I'm willing to pay money to play these games virtually because this is the easiest way you could play their older titles. And they're just like, no, don't do that. We're not gonna give you it, and don't pirate our stuff. And it's scary. It's scary that it's sad and scary that they're not doing this, and they rub it in your face too with the post that they posted about talking about how they're shutting the thing down. They're like, okay, it's going bye-bye, wave goodbye, everything is poof, gone, out of here, no longer. And they put it in your face. They're like rubbing it in your face that, by the way, we're not releasing our old games anywhere else. So either, buy them legally, and that's your only option. Don't pirate our stuff. But like, the only reason people do this is because you won't give us the older games to play. I've always wanted to play their old game series that I never got into as a kid, like Pikmin or Pikmin or Earthbound or Golden Sun, like all these old game series that I've never got into as a kid, and I kind of want to get into now, because as a kid I only played like Mario and Club Penguin on my Wii and my DS, and I didn't care about anything else. I had very, very high tastes as a young Biscuit, as you can tell from my younger days. But now I want to experience these games. I want to see what they're like. They look fun, and I really want to play them, and I can't because I don't have the console, and I'm not gonna emulate them. So the only other way I could do is playing them on a virtual console. But they won't they won't give it to us. And it also doesn't make sense why they're doing this. You know, it doesn't it's weird that they're that you know, they're shutting down the services as well. Like, why? Why shut down the eShop service? Why would you do that? Like, I guess there's a bigger picture that I'm not understanding. Like, I guess they have a reason to that I probably just don't understand. But, like, why? You know, people like this, and it's unfortunate because I got a Wii U over the holidays for the specific reason of playing virtual console. Well, no, I got it also for backwards compatibility. So, you know, once virtual console goes away, at least I could play Wii games on the Wii, because getting footage from the Wii was horrifying. And I guess there's also comparison videos, but mainly for virtual console, you know, because it still has the eShop that you can purchase these games on, you know? It's just, I don't understand why they're doing these things and why they are so hell-bent on releasing older game series. It doesn't make sense. Like, I guess you can make the argument that they didn't sell well back when they first released them, so why would they release them again on the virtual shop or whatever? But, like, I don't just... People still want to play them. There's still the fan base of the fan base, and the people want to play it again, and the people want to experience it. You know, like, there's... You know, give it a chance. You know, you'll never... Maybe it'll sell better if you release it. Maybe Wario Land, Master of Disguise would sell better if you gave us some form to play it on. You know, it's... it's weird. And I'm really hoping that they realize, oh, this was a dumb idea. We really should have a virtual console on the Switch. We should probably release this, you know? I'm really hoping that's the case. But it's probably not, because, you know, they're just like, nope, no, sorry, no thank you, no virtual console here. So, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this. It's just crazy to me. And I don't understand, really. And what's even more insulting is that they also have a thing that's like, hey, look at the games that you played the most on your Wii U and your 3DS. Look at the memories. It's like, yeah, why can't I... I liked playing these games, and I want to keep playing them. It just... I don't really know what to say about it. It makes me mad. It really makes me mad, because video game preservation is insane, you know? You know, nobody's really preserving these games. And if you want to buy these games, these old games that you played as when you were a young boy, young small child, and you want to relive those memories by playing the actual game, you gotta sell, like, they cost an arm and a leg, and you gotta sell, like, your house just to buy a copy of the original Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red, on top of buying, like, a functioning Game Boy or whatever, or even a DS for that matter, you know. And it just makes me mad, you know. I really don't like it. I don't. It makes no sense, and it's upsetting, you know, because Nintendo has made such great games. They have made incredible, wonderful games over the years, you know, and people have been very vocal about that. People have really been praising them for making great games from their childhood, and they still make amazing games to this day. We can all agree that's one thing Nintendo does, is they do great games. But Nintendo as a company they're not the not the brightest when it comes to making business decisions now, and it's weird. And you would think, that with these great games, they should be like, yeah, we should put these and make them more accessible. That would stop pirating and emulation, which they're so against. But they won't, and it's just. It's weird, man. Nintendo can be so weird sometimes. So, here's hoping that they realize that we really need, virtual console on the Switch or something. Because like I said, I'm willing to pay. Even if they have to put it at virtual console. And I mean an actual virtual console. I don't mean like, just the one console and their library of games on the thing. I mean an actual virtual console that you can purchase things on. I'm willing to pay that. Even with a subscription, I'm willing to pay that. But again, that's kind of a monkey's paw situation, because they're probably going to do the same exact thing that they do with like the NES Online or whatever, where they're going to give us handful of games nobody knows about, nobody cares about. And that's another weird thing. Why would they do that? Why would they add like games nobody knows about instead of adding like the games everyone wants to? It's weird. And then on top of that, the way these games are played on the Switch isn't the best, which is weird because they've had Super Mario 3D All Stars thing where it's like 64 GameCube and Wii on this thing. It's they've proven they can do it, And I would like to see a virtual console, please. I will do anything, because I'm mad. That's pretty much what I can sum this into, is I'm mad, This is a Nintendo decision that's really getting me angry. They've never done anything that really made me this mad before, but this is something else, man. And I mean, they at least gave you enough time. They gave you a big heads up. As of March 2023, technically it's in May and August of 2022, but in May, you won't be able to buy these games. Well, they're shutting down adding payments in May and August, but in March, you won't be able to buy anything at all. So, it's just sad that they're doing this and that they don't understand people like their games and they're willing to pay, actually willing to be a paying customer and not result to piracy for these things. It's I don't understand. I want to know why they're doing this. I want a reason for these decisions, but I should stop here before I just keep rambling on and repeating the same thing over and over again, because that's kind of what this has been. It's just me repeating and rambling and a bunch of other, nonsense, But yeah, this is wild that they're doing this, We need to start like a hashtag or petition, or we need to go out into the streets and pump your fist in the air and get your little picket sign and hoist it up high. Go to the Nintendo HQ and be like, "I want Virtual Console. I want Chrono Trigger and Golden Sun and all these other old games on the Switch, and launch fireworks and ring the bell, ding dong, the war bell and everything." Tell them how badly we want Wario Land Master of Disguise on the Switch. Go into the streets. Go get your neighbors and your family and your friends and everyone and tell them how much we want these games. It could work. This has worked. People being very vocal about how they want these things. It's worked before, but I mean, I guess not with Nintendo. But I mean, who knows? Maybe if we're loud enough, Nintendo will be like, okay, yeah, this is we should probably do this. But yeah, I'm mad. This is scary. I'm sad. I'm upset with this. But what do you guys think about this? Do you feel the same way, or are you mad just like I am, or are you more, I don't you know, are you do you think there's a reason for this? What's your reasoning? I guess I should say. What do you think they're doing this? How do you think about this? You know, answer down in the comments below and all that. And you know, let's all just cross our fingers and wish on shooting stars and throw coins and fountains and find four-leaf clovers and all that other lucky wish stuff, and hope and pray that we will get a good virtual console on Switch. I should say a good virtual console, because if it's the virtual console that we're you know, online has and the N64 has, it's probably not going to be the best. But let's hope we get a good one on the Switch. Yeah. Anyways, I guess that's it for this video of me rambling on for like, what, 16 minutes about how I don't like this decision. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and you know, just what do you feel? How do you feel about this situation, you know? And what games do you want to see on the Switch in terms of virtual console? You know, what are games that you can't get or purchase or find or whatever that you want to play on the Switch? Because it's easier to do that way. Answer down in the comments below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video or whatever. You know, I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye, biscuits.